We're streaming live now. So what you been up to, dude?
I've been really good, man. Just grinding. And we're live right now, right?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. I've been doing comedy for 8 years, right? I did it full time. I've had my daughter through a custody battle full time, so I had to slow down and focus on life. I was doing it full time comedy, but I had to grow up and get a real job, and I do tech support for a company. Can't say their name on.
Nah, that's understandable. Trust me, I understand that.
I do tech support, and I do a little bit of comedy gigs at night. I'm a wedding officiant. I do defensive driving, so if you ever get a ticket,
You do that funny bone comedy?
Kind of, not with them, but with a different company.
Okay.
But I got some friends that have do defensive driving.
Well, what's the name of the place that you do the defensive driving, or you don't want to?
New School Comedy.
New School Comedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my friend Jay LaFar owns a school with Funny Bone. That's Murder Murph, so
Okay.
they doing their thing too. And I just got back from Arlington and Dallas. That was huge for me.
Yeah, how was that, man? I saw all your posts on Facebook. And...
Sold out shows, and it was at the Addison and Arlington Improv, which was so hard for me to get in there. Like, I've done shows in Dallas, but the Improv is where you want to get into their rotation because you get booked 2 times out of the year, and so I can that's guaranteed money.
Yeah.
2 times out of the year for me. So
you want to keep the mic close to you so that way.
Oh, okay, that's how it works.
Yeah, you notice the sound difference. Yeah, I know, but still, like, you just if it's like way over here, like, it's hard for like the sound to pick it up.
Got you. So just been grinding, man, taking care of the kids and trying to get my life together. Got my credit stuff paid off. What you been up to?
Shoot, man. After I graduated, after spending like almost 7 years in school, finally getting that piece of paper that it's like worth more than anything I own now.
Nice.
And took a while to finally find like a stable job, but I found one, and it's pretty good.
What do you do?
I work for the state as a geologist. I just don't want to jump too much into it, just because a lot of people, if I start saying shit, like, they could take it as a frame of reference and use it as like something against what my company does. So I'd rather not jump too much into that.
Just saving the world from aliens.
Kind of. But yeah, speaking of the credit part, man, going like my last couple years in school, my credit was horrible, and I've just recently gotten to my credit to the point where, like, I'm able to click on, like, anything I want, and it'll say approve.
Yeah, what I did was I had to make a really big sacrifice, and I'm proud of myself. I didn't buy no new shoes for a whole 2 years. Every little paycheck, I'm talking about, I paid everything off in increments, not in like big chunks.
Yeah.
Everything off in small little increments. If I went on a date with a female, we used Groupon or some type of coupon.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, anytime when I used to use those dating apps or take a girl out for the first date, I wouldn't take them out to like those fancy dinners like most people do. I'm like, nah, we'll go somewhere, like, we'll meet up at a burger joint or something.
Or
like,
let's go on a hike.
Yeah, let me find out what type of personality you have. But
yeah, meet me at the gym. I get a free guest pass.
Yeah, well, shoot, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just life's been a fun trip so far.
Yeah, and it said they don't really teach us this in high school or college.
Mm-mm.
How to budget.
Yeah, how to budget, how to basically live life,
how to get your heart broken.
Yeah. Yeah, how to finance, how to set standards in your life.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's on a side note, like, crazy. I have a friend, he's a high school teacher over there on the east side, and he tells me stories about his kids, like, they don't know how to use email. I don't know if it's true, but I believe him. Like, they don't know how to use email. They don't know how to attach stuff to email and send it. Like, all they know is Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Like, that's it.
I wonder if they know how to even write a letter and put it postage stamp and the address, return address.
Come on, they don't even know email. What makes you think they're gonna know what a letter is, let alone an envelope?
Dang.
But shoot, man. So how did you get started in comedy?
How did I get started in comedy? This chick was like, "Hey, I was in college, and well, you know, we've known each other since second grade,
Miss Bento
and so
has
I was
class.
always the class clown, you know, Mr. Funny Guy, always getting in trouble. So comedy kind of started as a kid, but
Yeah.
what made me as an adult get serious with comedy was my good friend Bobby Smith had dared me to go try comedy. I was really into poetry at the time, and it went well, and then I got arrested. It was just a hobby for like a good year. I never thought I was gonna do anything with it, and I got arrested, and I was like, oh shoot. I was in college at the time, and I was like, damn, I can't get no real job ever again. My life is over. I got a DWI. I thought it was.
Yeah,
I thought it was the end of the world. Somehow that DWI ended up getting dismissed. But
Hey, that's very fortunate, man.
we went to court for so many years for it and got dismissed. But my thing is, from at that very point, I was like, I went back to I changed my major to marketing and learned how to market myself for comedy. And I took comedy serious and started getting paid for shows. And I like doing it. If I was good at doing cars, I'll be doing cars. If I was good at something, it's something that I'm good at. I wasn't the fastest runner. You know, I wasn't the hottest dude. You know what I mean? I wasn't the smartest kid. But performing, I was in theater arts. And so comedy is something that I'm good at. So
Yeah, I mean, hey, not to be smart, like, look at you, dude. Like, you're marketing yourself. You're a comedian. Like, you're funny. Like, it's hard to make jokes and make people laugh. Like, I'm pretty sure you didn't always make people laugh. I'm pretty sure you've gone into a room and, like...
Yeah, that's what hurt me at the beginning. I got lucky to where I didn't bomb the first couple of times. Mm-hmm. And so I thought I was on some level. And then one day I got booked to do the Alamo Dome. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it was not just the Alamo Dome, but a couple other shows. But the Alamo Dome, I got booked for the show, and I didn't realize that the crowd was like a Christian crowd. It was for Frankie Beverly and Mays, like an old school, and it was like a whole bunch of old black Christian people there. Mm-hmm. And I made one cum reference joke and lost the whole crowd, got booed off stage. I was depressed for a couple days and got back on stage and just kept it going.
Hey, that's the main thing, man, is that you get right back at it. And I mean, I hear from, like, I hear all the other podcasts that the comedians have, like Joe Rogan, Tom Segura, Ian Edwards. Like, they always talk about bombing. Like, in the beginning, they always bombed. But the main thing was getting back on that mic.
Yeah, whenever you bomb, it's good to get right back on stage the next day.
Yeah.
How's my projection? Am I too loud?
No, you're good, man. You're good.
I like the whole setup, though, too.
Oh, thanks, man. I mean, shoot, it took a little bit of cash flow to, like, get this.
And we got a beautiful view into the coast. It just keeps going forever.
Actually, I just pulled that from my brother's living room. And
okay.
I didn't have anything, and I didn't want to come up with nothing here. But hopefully in the future, maybe, which I didn't talk about before we started this podcast, that my main focus on this podcast was that I want to bring, like, local people onto this podcast to share them with the local community in the surrounding area. So that means I want to bring artists, bands, comedians such as yourself.
Well, thank you for supporting local talent, man.
Hey, man, that's what I want to do, because I feel like, given that the internet, like, we're so connected to the internet, that we lost focus on, like, what's here, what's in front of us, what's around the corner, because it's always supermarket that, major pop star there, major idol over there. Like, we don't know what's going on. Like, yeah, bars will promote, like, bands that are going up, but all they do is just promote their name on their bar. Like, you don't really know the band, and that's what I want to do. Maybe bring on some of those band members and talk about who they are, where they come from, because having that little background story helps out their product. Like, that's essentially what everyone's bringing, is, like, their product, and that's what I want to help do, is just help everyone like get better connected and just hopefully like grow from there.
Nice.
That's why I'm calling it the experiment, because I don't know what this is going to become. Hopefully it becomes something. We'll see. Time will tell.
Cool.
The Texan part, just because it's Texas. We're all Texans. Primal's just something that I like, something I try to do. Living as like 80-20% of my lifestyle, trying to be like eating a keto diet, basically.
You have to get me on that, man.
Oh man, it's tough, and at times, depending on what you buy, it can get expensive.
Yeah.
But I think I like it. Like, it's not really meant to like help you build like extravagant muscles, just help you like maintain and lose body fat. So if you're looking to lose weight,
yes,
keto's the way, and just maintain like a.
It's all about the health, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're 30 years old, and
hey, not yet. I got a month.
I got 24 days.
28 days.
Dang, yeah. I didn't realize we're that close in age, but yeah, I got 24 days and I'll be 30 years old. I'm getting old.
Hey, man. I wake up every morning and my ankles hurt. It's sad.
Like I tore something in my shoulder, and it wasn't like I was playing basketball or football or climbing or fighting.
Something simple.
I just coughed. You know what I mean? If I eat a cheeseburger, it shows like in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean, and I have to I go to the gym I try to go to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week, and on top of that, I play like soccer 3 times.
Oh, that's gonna keep you active.
Yeah, but it still doesn't help, man. The weight keeps piling on.
Do you drink any alcohol?
Oh, really?
I
can't say no to beer.
So that means that explains the diet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You do good. You're
Moderation.
doing good. You do good at
80-20.
You do good in one area, so you can like go crazy in the other area.
I don't go too crazy. I just like good beer. Like I like my IPAs, my stouts.
Okay.
Like my pale ales. Like I'm not into light beer. Like
I like a Guinness, like a thick beer. You know what I mean?
That's actually a pretty healthy beer to drink.
Yeah, like when I go to the draft house, you know, I prefer them to give me something that I haven't tried before, but nothing like. I'm realizing our American beers are very watery. Mm-hmm. Like Bud Light and Budweiser is just water. It tastes like water.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like something that, you know, they put some type of flavor into it.
Oh yeah, and
I'll drink a Shiner Bock or something.
Yeah, that's okay. I call that okay beer, but it's like the local small breweries that you want to drink.
Yeah.
From. Fritos has some good beer.
Okay. I've had theirs.
Do you go to a Flying Saucer?
I haven't been in years.
Oh man, come on.
They make their own?
They don't make their own. But
they get locals from Austin and other places.
Austin, Houston, even here in San Antonio, and then they have beers from Colorado, California.
And I'm more of a whiskey drinker. I like all kind of whiskeys. Jameson's. I just got into this one I never heard of. It's called Blanton's.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's like an expensive one. Jack, but I can enjoy. But trust me, like I can enjoy some really expensive whiskey just as much as I enjoy some really cheap whiskey. I enjoy some Kentucky Deluxe. It might give me a headache, but the Kentucky Deluxe for $8 a bottle. And I drink my whiskey straight. What I learned
neat or with ice.
Ice and no soda. Mm-hmm. Only thing I might, if I was to mix it, I might mix it with water, ginger ale, Sprite. But for the most part, I usually just drink it just straight. And what I've learned was, you won't get a hangover because there's not a whole bunch of sugar.
Yeah,
it's just straight liquor. So
okay, yeah. One of the fascinating things I found out about Crown Royal was that it was actually a cheap like whiskey.
Yeah.
And then all they did was just change the bottle up and put it in a fancy little bag and jump the price up, and then everyone thinks it tastes good now.
I didn't know that. Yeah. I love Crown Royal. They got Crown Royal vanilla right now. Ooh.
How many flavors they come in now?
You got Crown Royal apple, caramel, vanilla, regular one, caramel royal black. I don't know.
Man, I just treat myself out to Jameson Gold Reserve every once in a while. But no, I try to not drink so much. I mainly just drink maybe like on the weekends, like not even then.
Oh yeah, and that's another thing about getting close to 30. Like now, when I drink, I gotta have some Pedialyte to drink the next day, or
it
a
takes
Gatorade.
a lot longer.
But it's not like I gotta go to the store and go get it. I gotta buy it before I start drinking. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah. It doesn't. I remember like in my earlier 20s that we go out drinking the night before, and the morning after, like, oh, go to work. 10 a.m. I'm good to go.
Yeah, and it also depends. I used to be able to like party all night and turn up and drink a little bit of everything and make it to work at 7 a.m. like nothing. Like, hey guys, how y'all doing? Now I gotta. Okay, I need to know where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
How long are we gonna be there?
Yep.
Can we dress? What kind of clothes? How far is it from my house?
Should I Uber? Should I take a Lyft? Like, do I need to play it safe? Like, cause I don't want that DWI BS on me, cause I've had some.
Are we eating afterwards? Cause if not, let me go ahead and like get the crock pot going.
Oh yeah,
just so I can have something to come home to.
And that's another thing. Like another reason why I don't want to like drink too much is because I eat bad after I drink, and it usually the only things that are open is like McDonald's,
Chacho's.
Like Chacho's, Mama Margie's, like none of it's really that healthy.
And you know what? I think it's a San Antonio thing, because when I was in Chicago, I lived in Chicago for about a year. They have more healthier options out there. You know, here it ain't a thing. Just go get a taco real quick. You know?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. When did you live in Chicago?
I lived in Chicago in 2012.
How was that?
I loved it, but it was expensive. Very, very. I love saying I got the like doing. That was positive about me doing comedy. Doing comedy got me to travel the world. The reason why I was living in Chicago because it was right next to Wisconsin, Indiana.
Yeah.
Where else? Missouri. It was close to a lot of things to where I needed to get to, and so lived out there. It was expensive, but what's crazy out there is. Public transportation is like completely like normal. Like you'll take girls out on a date on the train.
Oh, yeah.
Here, you know, if you don't have a car, girls are gonna look at you kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, when I went to Australia last March, I went to Melbourne, Sydney. Man, they got trains that go everywhere. They got buses where the trains don't go. Like whoa. They got buses where the trains don't go, and pretty much like you can walk a kilometer, which is probably like a mile and a half or something, and there'll be the next train station. Like it's not expensive at all to ride public transit over there. Like a lot of people in Australia. They have vehicles, but they use the public transit system just because it's easier and you don't have to deal with traffic. I mean, you got to deal with foot traffic, but I mean, I recommend you go to Australia, man, just the experience.
I want to go to Australia. Give me an Australian girlfriend, and you know what I'm saying? I want to go see what a dingo really looks like.
Dude,
you know,
kangaroos are like deers over there.
What?
Yeah, they're everywhere. Like, you'll find them either running along the side of the road or dead on the side of the road.
They probably fast. I would love to fight a kangaroo. Like, I wouldn't want to physically hurt one, but I heard they'll box you back.
I don't know about that, man. They got those claws on their feet that they can bounce on their tail and just mess you up. So, I mean, if you want to do that, go for it. But shoot. You got any shows coming up anytime soon?
My next show is in El Paso, but I don't have a date yet. Let's see. I don't have any shows. I've been playing it safe because, like you know, I bought the kids.
Yeah.
I'm a full-time dad, so what I do is I try to do I'm trying to do right now is maybe one or two out of town shows a month, and 3 shows in town. And the way how it works is how it's been working for me lately. It has to pay a certain amount. I've been getting a lot of last minute. Like the shows that I do have coming up are all private holiday parties.
Yeah.
And those pay really, 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 really good.
Yeah, I've seen your prices that you put out on Facebook sometimes. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, for the holidays, I have to charge a lot because, they want you to be clean. Just because, and the reason why I don't feel bad by charging so much for those because the money is not coming out of somebody's personal pocket; it's coming out of like their budget.
Benefit, yeah. Their Christmas party. Budget,
so like if you said, hey, if you wanted me to do a show, and you was putting it together, like okay, I rent out the snack shack over there off of Grissom or something, and you want to have a show, I'm gonna work with your budget. I'm not gonna like charge you out the ass for it.
Yeah.
But those are the only. I got 3 shows. I got the Alamo City Music Hall. I got that one booked up for their holiday party. Well, that's a private event, but I'll keep everybody posted. You could just look at my comedian Clifton Simmons page. It's my fan page. Working on a website. If anybody want to help me set up my website, I will pay you good money because I'm realizing I need to be more professional.
There's that website builder though, right?
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
I tried messing around with it. I'm pretty sure I got it kind of where I want it.
I'm too lazy. I'm late. I should have had a website. If you look at the stuff that I've done, I've been on TV. I've been touring around the world, but I need to get a website now. I'm gonna have a website in the next 30 days for sure.
Sweet, dude.
After coming back from Dallas and meeting all those people, I was like, man, I'm getting me a website. I need to get.
Yeah, I was reading all your messages. Like you were getting a bunch of praise, man, from doing all that. Hell
yeah. But my Instagram went up like crazy.
How many followers?
I got about. Well, it's a lot for me. I got about 2,000 followers.
That's a lot, man. Like, shoot. I have, I think like 100? Less than 100? Who knows?
But yeah, I got 2,000, but it's not like a lot of those, it just jumped up. It was a big jump from what I did.
You don't know if they're real or fake or just.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like when I went to Dallas, everybody was coming up to me after the show talking about, hey, you gotta, because I have too many friends on Facebook right now. So what I did was I had them like my fan page on Facebook, and I had them follow me on Instagram. But what I'm saying is, it was that many people following me now, like from that one show. Imagine if I would have had been more serious, like, hey, follow me. These past 8 years, or whenever Instagram did come out, because I don't think Instagram been around for 8 years.
I don't know. Seems like it's been around forever.
Nah,
just like Facebook.
It's been around about almost 5.
The way that they all taken over the world just seems like they're just part of life now, and it's kind of sad, but it is what it is. And but shoot, man, how about? Would you feel comfortable about talking about your life as a single dad and like what it took to like just the bureaucracy of becoming?
Oh yeah, I love talking about that. I just don't like talking about politics. You know?
Yeah. I don't care about talking about politics.
Being a single dad, okay, I had to really sacrifice a lot. I was about to go to LA because at the level of comedy where I'm at is I've done all the stuff as far as goals. Mm-hmm. As far as where I'm at right now with comedy, I did all that as far as goals. The next step was go to LA and audition for like commercials, movies and stuff, or go to New York and do the same thing. And also get established in different markets on the East and West Coast. Because I got somewhat established in the Midwest and I got established in the South. So CPS called me talking about, hey, come pick up your daughter or else we're going to take her. This was like 2 years ago, almost around this time. And so I went to go get my daughter. We went to court, and it's just crazy how the court system works. They kept on allowing my daughter's mom to get herself together, and she's going through whatever she's going through, and so I had to step up. I had to no more. I can't just whenever I used to. I don't know if you kept up with me all these years, but I used to work jobs, and let's say if then out of nowhere I'll get like a big time gig. I would literally
quit that job.
I would leave my job. I'd be like, "Hey guys, I got a show. I'll be gone for 2 weeks. Holla." And then when I come back, I would hope that I still have a job. Sometimes they wouldn't fire me. Sometimes they would fire me.
Ooh, man.
That was the benefits of being in the early 20s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I can't do that no more. Like,
yeah.
Not even if I had a daughter. Well, honestly, I make enough with comedy to support me, but I don't make enough in comedy to support 2 kids. And so, see, my son, he grew up in the comedy club. Like, as a little boy, I would take him into the comedy club with me. But for my daughter, I don't want that for my daughter. But, yeah, I had to make a lot of changes, bro. Like, I can't post certain things on Facebook or it's going to get screenshotted.
Yeah.
So, what else? What was...
Like, how hard was it to, like...
Get custody?
Get custody, yeah.
Very hard. I'm talking about I struggled. First, one, CPS gave me the baby, right?
Yeah.
They were still taking child support out of my check. So, it wasn't like I had got a child that was like, hey, you're going to be getting a child pretty soon. It was, here, take the baby. And I had my regular budget that I had for myself. I had my bills. And then I had, when I got her, all her expenses came on me. You know what I mean? So this was not planned. On top of that, child support is being taken out. And then all of a sudden my car breaks down. So I'm on the bus with my daughter. And, thanks to God, I was able to make it out the gutter. Oh, man, I'm talking about serve sandwiches. You know what I mean? They stopped taking... I wrote a letter to the child support office, and I finally got a lawyer, and they stopped taking child support out. And then, mind you, from there, I still had all that credit that I had, I just told you about. And so the good thing about this was when they were taking child support out of my check, I was struggling so bad that I started budgeting, and when they finally took it, I was able to survive with them taking out child support. So when they stopped taking child support, that was like extra money on me. So I kept living like
they were still taking it.
Like they were still taking it out, and that money that I would have been paying, I started paying it towards credit.
Nice. And
that way, I wasn't worried about that. In my mind, I was still pretending that they were taking it out, and I was able to pay off all my credit after 2 years. And then, like I said, like it feels good to have, like, now that my credit's paid off, I have all this extra money, and so now I'm trying to build a savings fund. I'm trying to build a lawyer's fund just in case. I want to have $2,000 in case of a crazy emergency, and then my next goal after that is to start investing. I want to start producing comedy. I want to start managing. I'm currently writing for different famous people as far as comedy skits and stuff. So nice. I'm probably the next thing for me in comedy is I'm gonna get more behind the scenes, and like I told you, the next step was to do LA, but I can't just leave. I can't go.
Yeah,
I can't.
You have other responsibilities.
Yeah,
that you
I
take
can't.
Care of.
Yeah, and I can just if I really wanted to, I can just say I can go to LA and put my kids with somebody. But let's say, and I'm gonna struggle. I'm gonna sleep on somebody's couch. My kids are gonna probably end up hating me, but their college is gonna be paid for. You know what I mean? My son's gonna, my son's gonna be a little weird. My daughter's probably gonna be a hoe. So,
oh, come on.
Yeah, so that's why I decided to step up, be a dad, be in their life because it's about them. I'm gonna bring LA to me. Nice. I'm gonna buy a nice camera. I got me a MacBook. You know what I mean? You see me with celebrities all the time in the city.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I see you always going to that Alamo Comic Con and
yeah,
things like
Alamo
that.
City Comic Con. I'm constantly at the comedy club, and so I'm gonna start like booking different celebrities to come down. And so LA is coming to me, and then Austin has a lot of studios where I can audition. I'm joining an agency, but I'm still looking at which agency I want to join. So I'm gonna be able to still be in like commercials and movies, and then once a year I'm gonna go out to LA and audition for different things. And I'm only gonna be there for like a week and then come back.
Damn, that's good, man.
And that way I'm constantly, they can't use the excuse, Dad, you wasn't never there for me. So this is why I do all the drugs in the world. I hate you, Dad. Like, so.
Hey, man, that's awesome, man, that you're stepping up to the plate. I mean, I know a lot of single parents out there where they're truly single parents. Well, like the other half doesn't want to help take care of the kids at all, or they just ghost.
Yeah, and I'm not one of those single parents that go on Facebook and be like, oh, poor me. I got to do it all by myself. It's so hard being a single dad.
It's just,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just people that are looking for attention.
Yeah, you see in the comments, yeah, girl, fuck him. You can do better.
Yeah, shit.
No, because the reason why I don't do that is because I get a lot of support from my family and friends. So I really can't call myself a real single dad. Like my mom helps me out a lot.
Oh yeah.
I got homegirls that help me out a lot. So I mean, I'm a single dad, but it's not like.
Yeah, you're not on your own.
I'm not on my own. In kindergarten we learned single was one.
Shoot, man. I mean, it's tough. I mean, doing things on my own is tough. Like, I can't imagine having kids and trying to take care of them.
You have no kids, right?
No kids.
That's amazing. Like you're like a legend, man. Aren't you Mexican or half Mexican?
Half. I'm white too.
Half white, half Mexican.
I'm just a mutt, man. I'm a mix of everything. Okay. Like, yeah,
a little bit of Spaniard.
I got a little, like, my grandma was a full-blooded Indian, so...
You got any black in you? He's like, from the waist down.
I'll let the women of my past and my girlfriend be the judge of that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, shoot, I don't know. I've been tempted so much to try that 23andMe or that 23 DNA test. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, I don't trust that. Like, I was going to do it.
I found out that they sell your information.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Like, I actually, I will say this. Some people did reconnect with me. They wanted me to take it, but I found some cousins that were really my cousins that did take the DNA test, and it gave them a bunch of names of someone that did take it, and it connected them to our family. And they wanted me to take it so we could find some more people, but I just don't trust it. I watch too much Law and Order. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with my DNA to be in some type of database. You don't know what they're gonna do with it. They can like.
Well, they're selling it. Like, they're selling it to like.
The black market or what?
Not the black market, but like corporations just trying to see like
stem cell.
That, or also like if your blood, like, they'll sell it to laboratories.
Oh shoot, yeah,
and like
we found a match.
Yeah, the match. Not for like organ. But for like,
I'm pretty sure that too. Like,
probably.
This person matches. This person's about this age.
But like, let's say like if they're doing some type of research somewhere, and like your blood has some certain protein markers, like they'll sell it to like that laboratory, and then maybe they'll call you up and saying like, hey, we'd like to have more of your DNA to test out. Like,
the next thing you wind up dead.
You're always with the extremes, man.
Stay woke. Now. You ruined it. I'm never ever gonna do it. I had my own little theory about it, but you took it to another level. Like,
hey, it's just stuff I read on Reddit, so I know it's not a good source, but it's a lot better source than what I.
Yeah, it's actual facts.
But shoot, man. But nah, I mean, shoot. Anytime, like, you got a show coming up, more than welcome to come back on here, man. We'll just discuss. We'll do the same thing.
All right, I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll definitely want to be invited back. I'm glad that I did the first episode.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I'm not gonna kid around. I had one person before you. Just
Oh.
had some rescheduling and some other issues. Like,
Oh yeah, you did tell me that in the message.
yeah. So I was just all like, I told the other person, I was like, I gotta get the ball rolling. I've been sitting on this too long. I've been telling people that I'm starting this, and I just hear from
Sometimes you just gotta jump in.
Yeah, and I mean, I tried to do the best I could. I wanted to bring sort of an A+ product to the market, but I mean, it's all right. I got another mic and headphones set up for a third person to join in.
Oh, okay.
But like I said, I mean, it took a little money to put all this together, but it wasn't that bad. Like, anybody could do this, and I would recommend anyone do this. I mean, just doing this, like, not only having you back on here, but like reconnecting. Like, it's been like, shoot, what was the last time we talked? High school?
Yeah, high school. I mentioned Miss Pantoja's class in second grade. And then you disappeared. You were like, I'm not going to a year-round school. All right. The kids are twerking.
Yeah. All right, yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. If you are watching. Clifton Simmons over here. Short name Cliff. Take it easy.
All right.
Y'all enjoy.
Doses. Just in time.